Wow, 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 bow. Dun, 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 bow, bow, bow. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry, again, dealing with life things. Um, yes. One of the really difficult things here is trying to kind of pre-plan. Yeah, that's where it just took. So something over there. Okay.
Hey, you there?
Yes, welcome back. Thank God.
I'm so sorry. I'm actually gonna restart the stream because pretty much nothing happened, and I don't wanna.
Well, I did talk during it.
Oh, really? For the whole
Yeah.
about half hour, 40 minutes?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll leave it in, I guess. But I bet it's gonna be the most boring episode people have ever seen.
Well, I just talked about. I mean, you can condense it down.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I can.
I will. Yeah, I was just giving kind of an overview of. It actually helped me kind of think about some of the things I could suggest to you by just talking it out.
Mm-hmm.
Was because we are doing a total conquest campaign, something I wasn't even thinking about beforehand, and realized I was kind of dumb for not thinking about, is the fact that we have to kill everyone eventually.
Right. So we can kill as many people as possible, as quick as possible before they get teched up.
No. We need to eliminate the strong before they get teched up. Because the strong have to... So everyone has to wait for the garrison event, right? Around like turn 60 to turn 70. Which is just where suddenly everyone can start mass producing units.
Mm-hmm.
For certain factions, this is much bigger of a deal than others. For instance, for Mordor, this just means they're going to be more of a pain in the ass.
Right.
But their units aren't going to get that much better.
Really?
Like, they're going to go up slightly, but they don't really have any really great top-tier units because they're a, they're a horde faction. They're a, we're going to outnumber you and crush you faction.
Right.
But I noticed there's two factions right next to you that will definitely benefit from this and be a much harder thing to deal with very late game for a total conquest, which is the Wood Elves and the Dwarves.
Really? You think I should kill them first?
I think so. Here's what I came up with.
I haven't attacked Dol Guldur yet. I can back off. I don't have to go kill him.
Yeah. So this is what I.
Fuck.
Right.
That's a good point.
So this is what I had a thought of. You can talk to Dol Guldur, make an alliance with them, or even just fund them a little bit, like buy one of their territories. Maybe.
They're still to me. I mean, it's not like they're evil. I could just ignore them.
Right? I mean, you could trade for what is that, Bird Age or whatever, Bra Age or Brad Aggle or whatever. Get that location that they keep sneaking around and hitting the Wood Elves from.
Wait, the
one that's right under Gasgard.
Burr. I see. So should I pay him off for that one, essentially?
Yeah, you could get that one from them, and while doing that, you'll kind of boost your friendship with them, and then pay them to attack the Wood Elves, cancel your relationship with the Wood Elves, not outright declare war. Well, the Dwarves don't care. The Dwarves have their own alliance with you.
But like in other Total Wars, if you are mean to one enemy, then everyone else gets upset. Like relations go down.
No, you're
like if you have a triangle of allies and then one person,
the
other two will get upset at the person who left, and they'll stay together stronger.
Yeah, no, that's not really how things work here.
Okay, well, good. No, that's good.
Yeah, it's more of a because it's more of an individual relationship between each person, because I don't even know if Erebor and the Wood Elves are friends.
How would I check it? Is there a way to check?
Yeah, go to diplomacy, and then go to
One of them.
just like click on them, and you'll see. Okay, so they are friends, but even still, like they won't get mad at you for breaking your alliance. Like they're not going to be like, "Oh, fuck you! You attacked them." As long as you still have your alliance with Erebor. And mind you, it works the same way for the AI that it works for you. The dwarves can't just attack you without first sending you a diplomat and telling you that you're no longer in an alliance with them. So that means you at least would get a heads up, even if they did take offense to it. But I was thinking about if you pay off, get that Bra Angle or whatever the fuck that city's called.
Yeah.
Buy that from Dalgador. You know, get a decent relationship with them, and then you build up an army in either Dale or Laketown, and wait until kind of the next time that they swing around, when Dalgador swings around and attacks that. Right after they attack it, like, so dismiss your alliance with the Wood Elves first, just so you're like, okay, I'm just not stuck with you anymore. You know, I'm my own thing, you're your own thing.
The first thing I do is go to diplomacy,
because
the Wood Elves, and how do I? Oh, I have to send a diplomat, don't I?
Yeah, you have to send a diplomat.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
But just let them know that you're not allies. Don't declare war or anything. Just be like, we're not allies anymore.
I need to find my
because,
sure.
Like I think it's highly unlikely that they'll attack you because they are focused on their war with Dalgador and the Orcs of Gundabad. But what you do is you wait until Dalgador sneaks back up there and hits them again with another army, and then immediately after you see that Dalgador army lose, then you attack Theandrel's Hall with a full stack army.
So I need to convince them. Okay.
And just kind of, well, I don't even think you'll have to honestly convince Dalgador to wipe out, to attack them, because they're pretty on the nose with that.
They're already
they're pretty aggressive, yeah.
Well, do you think
they're pretty aggressive
look
already?
At their stuff. I mean, they're kind of dealing with these pinkies over here, the Veilmen.
Yeah, which is I was thinking about this. I was kind of on my rant that happened while you were gone. Because so early game, Dalgador is really focused on morale breaking.
Okay.
And essentially, if you leave Dalgador alone, right, they will wipe out what is the Veiled Dorwinian probably, and they might even get lucky and wipe out the Galadriel elves, or the elves of Lothlorien. Okay. If they do, and you can wipe out the Wood Elves with them, that's two of the strongest factions in the game just kind of gone.
Fuck, that's a good point.
And
if you find my diplomat, I can't find him.
Hit your faction button, the big fuck off shield, and then hit your list. It's got the pen and the list of everyone.
Yes, my lord. Your orders. My lord.
I have a diplomat at the halls already. Okay.
So perfect.
Send that I was trying to find them because I was like, I don't know where the fuck they are. So you think right now, if I can, I should try and.
Well, you don't have to negotiate it. You literally just talk to them and be like, hey, I'm done. And you just hit cancel alliance and done. And then they'll be like, okay. And then they'll just kind of, because it doesn't put you immediately at war, it just makes you neutral. And then, immediately after that, get your army ready and just wait. If possible, I would also suggest kind of quietly funding the Orcs of Gundabad. Because if they're applying pressure to Erebor, then that means they can weaken Erebor for you to eventually wipe out.
Right.
Because one of the biggest things with fighting Erebor is you need arrows, so you need archers, right? Because that's their weakness. They don't have archers. But you also need a decent enough front line to not collapse when their front line hits you.
How many armies can field on a battlefield at once if I do multiple stacks?
What do you mean?
Well, remember how I'd bring two full stack armies to fight one place, and they'd march in as
in one battle?
Yeah, how many men can I get in a?
There can be 8 armies.
But I can have more than 4 on my side.
Yeah. Yeah, there can be a total of 8 armies
so I could do
on the
7 to
field.
1 on them if I really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
I think
so many
the
fucking
most
troops.
you can get. Well, let's see, because it's 3, 2, 2, 1. So 5, 6, 7, 8. You can have 8 because they are the 9th spot in the center. So yeah, I think it would actually just go 7 to 1. Yeah, if you completely surround an army.
Well, if I surround a city though and go for Erebor, I'm trying to figure it out. Like,
well, I don't think Erebor can be sieged from all sides.
oh really?
So a lot of cities will have very specific locations that can be sieged. So like, especially like main capitals. Like I believe Erebor can only technically be sieged like from the front 3 spots. Like I think you can at most get 3 armies, but like that's kind of the problem with sieging Rivendell. Is Rivendell can only have 1 army sieged at a time, which sucks because it means you're always in a straight up fight with the elves.
Well, you just got to wear them down. Multiple chain armies in a line, right? To weaken them.
Yeah, that's exactly what the goblins of the Moria do.
Right.
It's just that forever. It just takes so long.
Okay, my friend. How can we help?
Well, that's about to be sad.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna tell him I'm not friends anymore. How's this work?
Yep, that's it.
Cancel alliance.
Yep, that's literally the whole plan. It's just, all right, we're not friends anymore. And it doesn't make you go to war or anything. It's just that.
It says I can't do it.
You just click cancel alliance, cancel, and then just hit the. It's not make offer. It's on the other side with the cross over the hands.
Inform imposition of cancellation of previous treaty agreements.
It's to the right, bottom right, not the far bottom right.
Close the scroll.
It says make off. Yeah.
Inform
no, not close scroll. Yeah.
I just want to make sure I do it right, because I don't want to fuck it up and piss them off.
No, you click that, and it informs them that you're no longer.
You do realize that
in your treaty.
To your decision. We hope for more fruitful.
Well, they're going to be upset. You just canceled a treaty, but you're not at war with them. It doesn't matter if they're fucking upset.
Yeah, 2 great powers that once stood together, ready to die for one another's honor. Now their people stand apart, estranged by mutual distrust and varied beliefs. Will they reconcile their differences or let them lead to war? Fuck me. This is getting sad.
It's just flavor text.
Okay.
Calm down.
I know, but it's kind of still sad. So I'm going to back up my army. I'm going to backpedal it. And march back.
Bring it back into your stuff.
Yeah. We can go We're not fighting Dol.
Yeah, and just be prepped to hit. Yeah, I would definitely say like stand your army as close within your territory next to Theandrel's halls, because you kind of have that like blue outline right next to them.
Yeah, I see the blue outline. Yeah, I can go stand right next to it.
Stand like right there with both your armies and just wait for Dalgalor to come over and kind of slap them around.
Well, here's the thing, and you can look at my stream. I have 2 more armies in Dale and Esgaroth that are maxed out. Like, should I bring 4? I mean,
well, the only thing is, I think Theandrel will only allow you to do the 3, so you could bring 3, but. I mean, you could. It really depends on what's in there, which is the biggest threat. Because depending on what Theandrel has pulled into his city, could change.
As of right now, he only has himself a woodland spearman, a woodland warrior, and a woodland spearman.
That's not bad. It also depends on what defense script spawns.
What do you mean?
Because whenever if a capital is sieged, it will spawn an immediate last stand.
What the fuck?
It won't spawn a full bar army, but it will spawn like 3 or 4 units. Essentially, because it's the capital. It does it for you too.
I mean,
no, but they lose. So pretty much for every faction, the capital is where you can mass produce your troops. It's where you get your best units. It's essentially your hub for a reason.
Right.
It is so vital to the beginning of the game. Like if you remove Theandrel's halls. The rest of his cities, or like towns and villages in Mirkwood, probably don't have the barracks needed to make his better units, or even some of them might not even have the buildings made to make his basic units yet.
Wow, really?
Because for elves, everything takes even longer. Like for humans, it takes about 4 to 5 turns to make a one like mustering hall or something, right?
Yeah, to be honest, it's a bit of a
for elves.
Waiting around.
It takes about like 10 turns.
Oh fuck! Oh yeah, so if I can wear him down. Like, even if I lose one of my bars, like, it's fine. Like, or one of my stats.
Yeah, if you can take Tiandrel's halls from him, you will devastate the faction.
Sounds good.
And with Dalgador on there, Dalgador also pushing and the Orcs of Gundabad pushing, it should be enough to crush them.
As you wish.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna do that then. That's my new plan. I'm gonna go kill those fucking elves. Oh, what the fuck? Did I message Dalgador accidentally? What do they want? You have news I should take to my master? Nope, I did not. Did not mean to click on you.
Oh, you can get trade rights with them, though.
I'll do that later, but they didn't. Like, it was so weird, because it was like they tried to do something, and then they didn't even offer me anything, so I was like, what?
No, sometimes... So in Base Medieval 2, there is a bribe function. Where you can send a diplomat to an army or to a city, and you can just try and outright pay that city or army to swap teams or outright leave. Oh. And so you can take cities that way. It's very underhanded and makes most of the AI hate you because you're an asshole for doing it, but the AI will also do it. Oh. But in Third Age, or in Divine Conquer, they removed that feature entirely. They cannot bribe your cities, you cannot bribe theirs. This is because it wouldn't ever make sense for like Gondor to pay off a bunch of orcs to leave a city.
Oh, interesting. The clans of Edenrath have declared war against Isengard.
Yeah, Edenrath is not loyal to Isengard or anyone, actually. They're kind of like you. They start out super neutral. They can be a real threat, too. Not really for you, but for like bad guys. If they start steamrolling, they can get pretty fucking big. Yeah, they're kind of a really good, like, they start mid-tier. Like, they start with their mid-tier stuff early. So they can apply a lot of pressure early game, but once the garrison script happens, they never really get high-tier units.
Sure.
So they start falling behind really fast.
Hey, for my third army, where should I pull from? What city?
If you're hitting Theandrel's halls, probably Lake Town.
So Dale.
Don't take everyone out of... No, Lake Town. Yeah, Esgrath is Lake Town.
I didn't know that. You did.
Yeah, because it's the town on the lake.
Oh, that makes sense. So pull from there, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's
make sure you leave a few units just so it's not completely unguarded.
Well, the thing is, I'm still training more. I mean, it's not. I'm not doing it right away. I'm just.
No, I know, but just that's one of those things where it's just something to keep in mind.
Your will, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Like desperately trying to build as much of an army as I can.
What the fuck? There's an Easterling army marching on me? We're not at war, right? No,
Are they actually attacking you or just marching through your territory?
But
yeah, that doesn't mean they're attacking you. A lot. So that is another thing in this game.
In that army too. Fuck.
So in this game, unlike in later Total Wars, there's not as much like people being pissed off about you traipsing over each other's territory.
Weird.
Armies move through territory. It happens.
Okay.
Because there's so many other enemies in the world that most of the time, if an enemy's walking through your territory, it's not even there for you if you're not actually an enemy. It's just like you happen to be blocking the path for me to get to where I'm going. I know the Easterlings should be at war with the Dwarves of Erebor, so they might be marching towards Erebor's territory.
So though, but let me check. The Dwarves of Erebor, you said?
Yeah. By the way, you can just click their picture.
Nope. They're at war with the Easterlings of Ruin, the Orcs of Gundabad.
Yeah.
Wait, no, oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Easterlings. Yeah.
Well, because they look yellow on the map, and they have a red-ass flag, and it's really confusing.
Well, they're yellow on the map because there's also the Haradrim who are red.
Oh.
Yeah, so and there's also Mordor, which is a dark red, and even Erebor is kind of a pinkish red. And then, there's the Vale of Dorwinion, which is pink. So, there's just already too many reds.
I'm going to offer trade rights, right?
Yeah. Yeah, make some money.
To them. Yeah, I'm going to make offer. They accepted. I'm now trading with Dol Guldur. I'm a horrible man.
Whatever, dude, in my Bree campaign, before I decided to side against Mordor, I actually had an alliance with them.
Yeah,
like I had a hole on like.
See into the Kandarian's halls, right?
Yep. Or I don't know if you can
Changed.
see.
Yeah, I can see
what's in his city. Yeah. Okay, then that's good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send people out there just to spy on him, essentially. Actually, I have 2 spies. Should I spy out? Like, can I do stuff to his halls?
Yeah, you can sneak your guys in, and you can try and sneak your guys in, and if they successfully get in, they'll open the gates for you, so you won't have to break them down.
Fuck. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that when I get my armies closer. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
So that means you won't even have to like wait.
Tries.
Yeah, and if they succeed, that means you won't even have to wait for the the actual to build siege equipment. You'll just be able to immediately attack.
And then,
which is
and then it'll be open,
super
so
useful.
Then I could then the siege will
charge right in.
Yeah. All right. No, cool. I'm just thinking out loud because I don't want to fuck up.
Ooh.
Leaving the
I just got the option to build the Witch King's Hall.
Splitting the troops.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I have to. I'm paranoid playing the Remnants anymore. Because I start at war with fucking everyone. I'm at war with the Northern Dunedain, the Brelands, the Dwarves of Erdluin, and the Realm of Imladris. So Rivendell, the Blue Mountain Dwarves, obviously Brelands, and all of the Rangers. So it's just like, God fucking damn it.
Sounds like everyone.
And they're all right next to me. And not happy.
Moria?
And then my allies. Yeah. That means the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm.
Rune expands.
Yeah. That means that Balin is trying to reclaim all of Moria.
Yeah, Car Andros falls. That always fucking falls. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Mordor's just conquering the world. It's fine.
Yeah, you know how it goes. You gotta be evil.
It's kind of just how it is now.
As you wish.
Yeah,
just like Gondor's just fucked. Gondor just doesn't have a chance in hell. They just die. Has the ring appeared in your game yet?
Oh yeah, we talked about this, remember?
Oh yeah.
It's as far as I know, it's at the Easterling capital.
Oh, nice. I don't think it's appeared in mine yet.
Yeah, it did. You told me it did, didn't you?
It did? Where did I say it appeared?
I don't remember, but that's it.
Because I can't find it anywhere on the map.
Well, because it doesn't stay highlighted. It's a temporary.
No, it'll stay with the red circle around it for as long as it's there.
Wait, really? Then it's gone because it's not there anymore.
Yep. Then somebody got it, or it teleported.
Or maybe I need to hold on. I'll turn off my fog. Can I keep my fog of war off because, or on? So
yeah. If your fog of war is on, then yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it.
Well, where the fuck is it on the map itself, or do I have to? Is it on the mini map? How would
it'd be on the map around whatever city. It would have a big, on the actual campaign map. It would just have a big red circle that's continuously being drawn around it.
Well, fuck.
So if you can't find it, then it probably teleported and then it will reappear sometime later.
It is. Mordor doesn't have it, do they?
No, you would know.
Oh, I would know.
The game would freak the fuck out and let you know.
They'd be like, "Yeah, your game's over."
Yeah, it would spawn the script and be like, "Oh, Sauron has returned. The One Ring returns to Mordor, and all of Middle Earth is crying.
Wow.
Be ready."
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if he gets the ring, it's you're in for a fucking one hell of a ride.
I wonder what would happen if Gondor got the ring, you know?
Nothing. They just have the ring. Whatever. Same when I played as Bree. You just get whatever generals you get.
Well, no, because
your general just gets bonuses.
Well, in the movies, remember, Gondor's king was all corrupt and shit, right? And he wanted to...
Yeah, Denethor.
To fucking kill everyone and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if Gondor gets the ring, if they get something special.
No, not that I know of. I know if Lothlorien gets the ring, they get Galadriel. Because she's broken as shit. But no, for the most part, every other faction is just no, you got the ring, so that character gets a bunch of bonuses, but Saruman, if he gets the ring, he he starts essentially turning the Nazgul to obey him, and he starts becoming like essentially the new Dark Lord.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, he can be a fucking pain in the ass. I think if the dwarves get it, they just kind of keep it. Like, I'm pretty sure most factions are just like, yeah, we have the ring now.
The Easterlings who are allies to Mordor won't give it to Mordor, though? Like...
No. No.
Weird.
Because even allies to Mordor typically don't want Sauron to return.
But I thought Isengard was helping to find the ring for Mordor, weren't they?
No, they were bullshitting.
Oh.
Like, completely legitimately. Like, the whole thing is Saruman's just like, yeah, I'm totally evil and will serve you, but he just wants the ring for himself.
Oh.
Because he's like...
sent out the Riders, not Moria. Or not Mordor.
The Nazgul?
The Riders.
Mordor.
Not the... No, Nazgul are the guys who fly. I'm talking about the guys who are on the horses.
Those are Nazgul.
Oh.
The Nazgul isn't the thing they're mounted to. The Nazgul are the undead spirit men where they're just robes.
I think
those are the 9 Nazgul.
When it says the Wrath of Khan, that's the Blue Wizards, right?
Yeah, I can make barrel weights. But yes, that is them.
Cool. So that's good.
Good shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends.
Still a good guy, right? So.
Well, no, I mean it depends on what happens.
Oh, what they choose to do.
Yeah, because if the Khan stands with Mordor, then both Blue Wizards will just insta-die. And then in my campaign that I was doing as Bree, they stood against Mordor, but then immediately had their Khan assassinated. And then right after their Khan was assassinated, they fucking tried to like take over or get their shit together. And they just never recovered and got wiped out by like turn 60. So, yeah. So it's very like whatever happens.
Okay. Just see if we live or not.
Yeah. I mean, you're not really in danger. It's just whether or not this is a good thing as far as them. Because if they ally with Mordor, they'll just be more of a pain. Where if they don't, it's kind of just like, okay, well, that faction's dead. They'll just pretty much die out because, they're not really meant to be able to survive without.
Okay, fair enough.
So, but yeah, I can make barrel whites now.
Cool.
The undead ghost men.
Oh wow. Okay, so you can do them.
Yeah. They're 20 defense and 13 attack.
Are you gonna try and sneak them into Mordor or not?
Yes. Oh, I'm very far from Mordor.
Yes.
Mordor's all the way down south. You gotta remember, I'm left, like top left. No, I'm gonna try and what I'm going to do right now actually is I'm going to move my army from Novacha Ragla and move it over and hit Kameth Bryn, which is one of Rivendell's. And I'm going to try and take out Rivendell now, so I don't have to deal with them later. And we'll see how that goes. How are you going? How's yours doing?
Well, I think with all my recruiting, I don't actually need to pull anyone out of the city because I just have so many fucking guys. Like, I have 3 full stack armies almost.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's great. Because I'm literally just...
That'll help.
Around. Yeah, because I have 1 army here. You guys actually need to get closer.
By your command.
And then I have another army marching up from Dol Guldur, and then I have another army that's slowly amassing in, by Burr Campus and Burr Graham. And I forgot to negotiate for Burr Agil. Okay, hold on. So, I'm gonna...
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it was just kind of a suggestion of, something you can take. But, honestly, if you're focused full, once you take the Andrel's Halls, it won't really matter.
Oh, really?
Because then you can start cutting through the woods.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll just focus on Theandrel's Halls. Let's check up on Theandrel's Halls. Let's see if they've gotten more troops. Oh, yes, they have.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's recruiting every turn.
Yeah, well, he got...
And it's going to take him...
Roussillon. I don't know what kind of general that is.
Yeah, what?
Roussillon. It's a general.
I'm watching your... Oh, that would be a family member.
Oh.
That sucks.
Why?
Well, because that means there's another general's bodyguard. Yeah, which are always... So, any general in any faction is always going to be given general's bodyguard, which are going to be some of the best units, like, plain and simple.
Fuck.
Because they're the bodyguards for the generals. So the more generals in a location, the harder it's going to be to take it.
I assume I should attack the city without any of my generals, right? Or should I bring in a general? I mean...
I would suggest bringing a general, because it will lessen the likelihood that your guys will run. You don't have to bring your king or your prince.
What kind of general?
But just a general.
Vidazuth the Kind, or is he too good? Like...
No, I mean, a good general is still good. Just make sure it's not one of your main 2 family members.
I have a lot of kids, so I don't fucking know. I mean...
Well, you can check. So literally just hit your faction tag, check your...
The guy in Esgarat, the guy who defends Lake Town, he's not a main general.
Yeah, then just send him in. They just need some kind of general so that they don't, rout from losses.
Sure. Yeah, no, check out my fucking family tree. I got so many fucking kids.
Good shit.
I mean, it's insane.
Damn, fucking King Brand is making kids, left and right. Holy shit.
He's got 3 kids, then Biram has 3 kids, and then Hallward even has a kid.
Hallward. I just like that name.
Or Hallward, yeah.
Hallward. I don't worry about pronunciation, by the way. In all reality, one, neither of us speak Elvish.
Fair.